The Xbox Partner Preview 2026, the first for Ashish Sharma, was a pretty big success, I would say. Got some better reveals than I thought we were going to get.
Yeah, that's true. I like the trailers.
We're going to talk about some of our favorites. I think we have a kind of, what's the word? Cumulative favorite?
I think we have like a favorite. Yeah.
So we're going to talk about those. There's one standout, I would say, that looked awesome. It's not going to look as awesome because we can't play the music that's attached with it, unfortunately.
I might be able to put in 5 seconds worth.
Well, yeah, that's how it goes. Best 5 seconds of music you've ever heard in your life. So we're going to talk about that. Let's go ahead and get it started.
All right.
So it's a whole new era for Xbox, and this was their first foray into this new era, trying to get people back onto the Xbox brand.
You know, I didn't even think about that when I was preparing to watch the trailers, that this is the start of the new era.
This is their launching point.
I mean, it didn't go bad, so...
Yeah, it wasn't terrible, which, I mean, that's good. I think we're happy about that.
All right, what's first?
I think maybe there were some things that I was expecting to see that I didn't see. I thought maybe we were going to get like an official Halo release date, like the Halo what is it called? Combat Revolved or whatever the stupid name is. Campaign Evolved. That's what it is.
Campaign Evolved. Yeah. So stupid.
I thought we were getting like an official release date for that, but we didn't see that at all. So that was maybe a little bit surprising. But we got some new reveals for some newer games, good gameplay trailers. I'm playing the one. I'm just going to get out of the way.
Yeah.
The best trailer. One. Best trailer. It's not even close. Stranger Than Heaven. It's a Capcom game, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't think so. Is it Capcom?
I thought it was Capcom.
Yeah,
you're right. True. I'm sorry. Just Capcom vibe because it's very Yakuza.
Yakuza. Sega makes Yakuza, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, I do that all the time. Welcome to.
I was about to walk you right into that.
Welcome to the James experience. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I wrote down a couple things that I had on this one. I said, basically from this trailer, it's like 70% Yakuza, 20% Sleeping Dogs, and 10% Mafia.
That's a good mix there.
That's a mix that I'm all about right there.
5 eras.
They talk about the eras, so you go from the teens, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and wait, I'm missing one.
I don't know.
Or I'm adding one, whatever.
50s?
10s, 20s, and then I think it's the 40s, 50s, 60s. I think is right. They just showed it on the screen. Yeah. You'll see it. You're missing a big part of this trailer is the music. It's very jazz drummer going solo in an absolutely insane solo drum performance. Yeah. It's absolutely amazing. It's incredible. It's a perfect trailer because a lot of the other trailers that we see, especially nowadays, is somebody monologuing over the top.
Yeah, there's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, we get Snoop Dogg in here for some reason. I don't know how he's going to be revealed. Yeah, not confirmed, but it's definitely Snoop. I mean, that Snoop Dogg who's smoking. I mean, it's definitely Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
It's awesome. This is great. It was kind of like they didn't have a release date or anything like that necessarily, which I would have liked to see, but they did say that they're going to show more May 6th. I'm very excited for that. Just from this trailer alone, and the first one looked awesome too.
Yeah.
But just from this trailer, really launched this game high up on my list of games I'm really excited to play. I'm very excited to play this game.
Yeah, this has a vibe to it, and I love it. And like you said, a lot of the trailers that we saw, and that we see all the time, are basically just rehashes of other trailers.
Yeah.
They're like, if you liked this game, then you're gonna like our new game, and it has the same tempo and everything. This one was different, which I like it. It's
got a very cool style.
It exudes confidence.
Yeah.
So
they're excited to make this game and it looks awesome. It looks so cool. And the music, if they keep this vibe with the music and everything too, I'm going to play the hell out of this game. It's awesome. It looks so cool.
If you notice, you saw people running away after the fight, which I love. I love crowd reactions in open world games, especially, and usually they're all terrible. And in fighting games like this, I want to know why the other guy's not jumping in and just instead of waiting his turn to fight, he's actually reacting to the fight.
So, as someone that has never played any of the Yakuza games, is this very Yakuza?
It looks. I mean, without the kind of melodramatic, you can't tell.
Right.
But yeah, you can see mini games and
they showed food that seemingly you can order and eat as well.
There was arm wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, here, it seems like the fighting is like Yakuza where it's very animated. So punch comes from Taiwan all the way to California.
Yeah.
So it looks pretty good.
And you can only hope to block it, even though you can see it from a mile away that it's coming. Yeah, this was my favorite trailer. There was a couple of really good trailers for this presentation, but this one, in my opinion, blew everybody else out of the water.
Yeah.
I was blown away how cool
I'm
this
with
looked.
you on that one. This has made me really hyped for this game.
Stranger Than Heaven. I keep wanting to call it Stranger Than Fiction. That's obviously not the name. Stranger Than Heaven, coming soon. I'm so excited for this game. And we're going to see more. It is Sega. So,
yeah.
There we go. Yakuza. There we go. Sorry. Not Capcom. I mix them up. You guys know. Okay. You guys know how it works around here. The next one looked kind of cool. I will be the one that says it. Bad name. Sorry. Alien Deathstorm. I apologize.
Alien Deathstorm.
It's got a cool name for some people, but again, I don't think you can call your thing Alien if it doesn't have any connection to the series or to the franchise.
Alien Syndrome, Alien Hominid. There's a lot of Alien games that just say Alien. Alien Deathstorm. I think this looks good. The graphics look good.
Yeah.
Rebellion is good. They make some jank.
They make some. Their first person. The thing that doesn't fit for me is the most Atomfall, their most recent first person endeavor. Did not feel like this at all. It was much slower paced. And this seems like it's much more of you're running from a horde and trying to kill massive amounts of aliens. And I'm curious to see how they can adapt that style into this. I mean, it gives Doom vibes a little bit too, honestly.
Yeah, it looks like a corridor shooter. I mean, we're only seeing hallways so far, so hopefully that changes.
Again, I wish, I'll never get this, but, I don't love the name because I was thinking, they're making an Alien game. That's the first thing I thought of. And then I saw the monster. I was like, is this like a different type of xenomorph or something? Are they expanding the Alien universe in some way?
I don't know how when you think Alien, you think of the entire franchise of Aliens.
If it's just called Alien, that's what I think of.
They haven't been called Alien in a long time. There's so many Alien
games and movies. There's so many of them.
There's going to be storms in it, like weather.
That's what I think.
I like when a game has a shtick, and they're playing off of it.
It looks it looks like you're on Mars or something, so it looks very Doom. And then because they're going to be like a portal opens. What do they call it? They're like Doom, but it's not the Doom
Oh my gosh,
Doom, but not that one. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that looked kind of cool. I'm curious, just because again, Rebellion doesn't make, at least that I can think of, fast paced swarm shooters very often where you're first person. So
yeah, I don't know how this game is going to feel. There's a lot of that today when we saw it.
Really getting away from the Sniper Elite too.
Well, there's not a lot of we don't get the feeling of the actual game from looking at the trailers that we watch, except for the one we liked.
Yeah, Stranger Than Heaven, which is it's also their second trailer. So the first trailer they showed was very cinematic. And
there's a lot of CG trailers. I really, really don't like CG trailers. And one that we're not going to talk about, but I want to mention real quick, Stalker 2 showed off a trailer. And that game, I like that game, but that game is really hard to portray in a trailer because that game's all about mood and atmosphere. Yeah. And so all the trailers they show, it's always them at a campfire and them talking.
Monologuing,
And so in a trailer that comes off as boring.
It's the Cost of Hope DLC is what it's called. They showed a trailer
Cost of Hope.
But again, I didn't... it was one. It was. I think it was in game.
Yeah, they showed gameplay,
but it was like it's just a guy monologuing around a fire. Yeah, around a fire, and then he sees bad guys, and I'm like, okay, that feels like every Stalker trailer I've ever seen.
Yeah, you can't really do a Stalker trailer without. Like, you can cut it to make it look like Doom combat, but that's not what you're going to get.
Well, but also you can't do it well if you're going to have a guy monologuing over the top of it the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like the guy talking in that DLC, the one dude, that's Fergus from the Wolfenstein games. I recognize that voice anywhere. Yeah, really? I recognize that voice actor anywhere. So, cool. But yeah, when he's talking the whole time, I'm like, okay, I have no idea. I'm walking into a silver puddle and it's going to kill me, but I didn't get that vibe from this trailer.
A floating silver puddle. Yeah. You'd throw a bolt at it.
Exactly. All right, next one. Yeah. Playing the next one here, Shref. This one is big for me. I'm very excited for this one. This is The Expanse, Osiris Reborn. We've heard about this game for a couple of...
Like the TV show?
Like the TV show, the book series, yeah.
Let's go.
I love The Expanse. I haven't watched the TV show, but I
really
love
like the Expanse too. I haven't read the books, but I love the show.
Incredible universe.
I've tried all their games, and they're almost there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Expanse could do really well as a video game franchise, but it just hasn't hit it yet. I think this could be one. These are the guys that make the Pathfinder games,
they make the Pathfinder most recently. Well, not most recently, but famously 40K Rogue Trader, I think is what it's called.
Pathfinder games are great.
Yeah, and this one has gameplay and everything. It looks very almost lighter Gears of War, if you will, with RPG elements. I guess Mass Effect would probably be a better, would be a better comparison, which is perfect. I mean, that's if the soul of Mass Effect lives on in something like the Expanse, there's not a better version of it than that. I think that would be perfect.
Yeah.
And I love the universe, no pun intended, of the Expanse. I think it's a great idea for them to have this. I do think this trailer is a little shaky at times when they're trying to show off some of the RPG elements, like some of the voice acting and stuff feels very monotone, if you will, at times. But the combat looks awesome, like you're seeing here.
I'll tell you right here where I'm going to get a little bit scared. AI. It looks like they might be standing still a lot and shooting. It also is not out yet.
Yeah. Yeah, and they don't. I think they said the release date for this one was 2027, spring 2027, if I remember correctly. So it's still a year out. I mean, so they're still obviously not done with it.
Yeah. And when I say AI, I mean like the actual
the character AI,
enemy AI, and their response to everybody and everything.
But I do think this is a very solid trailer. It got me excited. And again, I probably, if I didn't know anything about the Expanse, I don't know how excited I would be. I think
if you were a Mass Effect fan though,
I don't know how much they're actually selling the Mass Effect vibe of it though. I think that's one thing I'm kind of looking into because I know the universe as well and it works, and also the developer being the Rogue Trader guys who are big RPG people. I think that's something that they should hopefully kind of lean more into in more trailers.
Yeah, I think from an outsider looking in, they might be seeing the Expanse franchise. They've probably not seen the show. They've heard of the books. They've heard of the other games, failed games. They might be like, oh, is this going to be a spot where I could jump in?
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's supposed to be a prequel to the series and the books.
Yeah.
Was that Captain America?
It is. Yeah, I know, right? I thought about that same thing too when I saw it. But yeah, it is. I'm excited for this game. I think this is going to be awesome.
I'm excited.
Very excited. So,
this was my second favorite trailer.
Yeah, same. This looks really cool. Very excited for Expanse. And then next here, I think this is the last one that I have saved. Or no, I have two more.
Two more.
Hunter, the Reckoning, Deathwish. Not a great name.
There used to be an old Xbox game called Hunter, the Reckoning.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is a remake.
I think it's well, okay. So the way it's described is an attachment to the World of Darkness tabletop RPG that has all the connections to basically every vampire game that you've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Pretty much at this point. It's essentially a vampire. You're seemingly some sort of Blade-style vampire hunter, and this cop that you're seeing, spoiler alert, that you're seeing in this trailer, he is going to be eating some person. He's a vampire. Yeah, that's the spoiler of this trailer. This trailer gave me very Condemned vibes at the start here, for sure.
I hope someone gives us another Condemned, since
Criminal Origins,
that company that makes Fear and Condemned, they're no longer around. Monolith.
Yeah. I was gonna say Pandemic, but that's not.
They're not.
But they're not around either.
Yeah. Good.
Honestly, throw a dart, you're gonna hit one that's not around anymore. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. Again, full CG trailer, which you said you didn't love it, but it's from the Teon guys, which are the RoboCop guys, and RoboCop was one of the surprises of the year last year. Was that last year or 2 years ago?
Well, the DLC came out last year, and the year before was the
game, and that game was awesome, very fun game. So I'm excited to see what they do with this. I think this is a good alley for them to find. Also, this game, very funny. I remember this kind of like leaked. On Steam, they changed the RoboCop like screen page or whatever it's called on Steam, like splash page, to this game as like a test, I guess. And people caught it and they're like, "What is this?" And so everybody was like, "They're supposed to be their next game," and clearly it was their next game. So here it is.
Looks cool.
Hunter the Reckoning, Deathwish. So there you go. Coming out soon. I don't think they have a date on here. Doesn't look like it. So, but could be cool. I'm excited. Yeah. This is gameplay. I didn't even see this at the end here, but this is in-game footage.
Yeah, I saw it.
I never saw this. Okay,
real quick.
Well, there you go. Summer 2027. Again, a lot of these games that they're showing are far out. Not like that though, but like a long ways away for whatever reason. I don't know why they're doing that, but yeah. And then the last one we wanted to touch on, more of a negative, I guess. Moosa.
Oh, yeah.
One last trailer here, Shreff.
Moosa, not M-U-S-A.
No.
M-O-O.
Yeah. And so the description for it was this is a Korean legend of some kind, like horror legend, I guess. That's why, like, the first half of this trailer is entirely in Korean, which I thought something messed up on my computer. I was like, whoa, what is happening? Why is this being... it's not translated or anything. It's just straight Korean, which is cool. But it's a third-person action-adventure, what's the word?
Hack and slash?
Yeah, I guess.
It's like Crimson Desert.
Right. Or more like...
But not.
It looks closer to what's the game that you love? Ninja Gaiden. It looks closer to that, but less like bosses and more grounded in reality, I guess.
Okay. This trailer is
it's pretty. It's a very pretty trailer, but once they get to the game, when they get to the gameplay, that's when I'm like, okay, I've seen this 1,000 times now.
I know. The funny thing is, we've said this so many times when we see trailers. We do this a lot. Where a trailer comes out and we're like, oh, it's that game, but a different company is making a newer one. But we also said that about Expedition 33. Remember?
You're right.
We didn't like that. It looked...
I will say, when they showed the trailer, it was a very cool concept. And I remember us saying that. We're like, this is a very interesting concept. I think I also remember saying it's a turn-based strategy game, so I'll never play.
Yeah, you did.
And here I am. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Welcome to the genre.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like what we're seeing, there's nothing in this trailer that they're going to show you that looks that different than anything that we have seen from
a lot of games.
Wukong or any other a third-person action-adventure RPG.
Any Dark Souls or Souls-inspired game.
Ninja Gaiden style game, Ghost of Tsushima style game. Like, it just doesn't feel like they have anything that's changing it up enough for me to be like, wow, this looks incredibly appealing. But again, there's clearly a base because they keep making them.
Yeah, I know. I love these type of games. But if it doesn't have a great story, if it's buggy, and if it runs like crap on like multiple systems, then it's going to fall right in the pile of all the other ones I haven't played yet.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to play that one on Game Pass, like Fallen Feathers. I can't remember what it was called.
I know
Wu Chang.
Wu Chang.
Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. And it looks so good, but I never really got a chance to play it because it got lost in the pile of them.
Yeah. There's just a lot of these. And maybe this one, one could sneak through and be...
stands out.
Yeah, stand out. Who knows? But yeah, those were the big ones that we saw. That there was a couple other trailers, some more indie style stuff that looked pretty cool. But they were shorter trailers and more story driven.
Yeah,
and
they didn't look that cool either.
There was one that I was like, oh, this could be fun. This could be good.
Frog one.
No, I didn't like that one at all. I'll be honest with you. I was like, what is this? It was, we can talk about Serious Sam, but that wasn't one.
No, that one was bad.
It was this one forever ago. I thought this one actually looked kind of cool.
It was all right.
But again, it's kind of tough to sell what feels like a walking sim story game, on a trailer for me. But anyways.
Yep.
That was what do they call it? The partner preview. That's what they called it. That was it. For this
Xbox
first
partner preview?
Overall, I think they did a pretty good job.
Pretty good.
I'm excited. I wish we saw some more games that were coming out in 2026. They showed a lot of 2027 games, but I think for the most part, some stuff to look forward to.
We'll see that soon.
Yeah, we'll see. I think they have a big summer thing that they always end up doing too, so we'll probably see more of that there. So yeah, I'm excited. Lots of good stuff. Stranger Than Heaven. Please be amazing. I'm excited.
I think it's going to be good.
I hope so. Fingers crossed.